interview on the Detroit Lions. MLive's Kory Woods joins us. University. He's currently attending University of Michigan. So maybe he has his thoughts on Sharon Moore as well. But what's good, Kory?
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty
What
good.
up, though?
And Kory,
What
bro,
up,
I
though?
just want to start with this, bro. So I was just talking to somebody at NABJ. We talked about it I think the day before we went, and I know you're gonna be there next year. But somebody was saying that they share the same barber as Colton Pouncey. And I was like, that's weird. I share the same barbershop as Kory Woods, and I know you be posting about it. So, Kory,
Yeah.
first question, bro. Do you have the best hairline in Detroit sports media? Talk
I
your
mean,
junk,
come
Kory.
on. I mean, is that really an argument?
I wanted
I
to.
mean, let's keep it real. I mean, the barber owner, Marcellus Million Moose, Generations Barbershop, got it together. Good shout out. Also shout out to Sporty Cuts too. My guy, Chico over there as well. He cold with it. But yeah, man, Moose, man, he be getting me lined up crispy. I put my line up against anybody.
Man, my guy Kory Woods, the Jalen Rose or Jason Tatum of sports media when it comes to the hairline. But let's talk about why we brought you in, the Detroit Lions. So we know they're doing the joint practice versus the New York Giants today. What's your biggest matchup you're looking forward to?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I'm actually not going to be in attendance for the joint practices. I'm actually still in Michigan. Our senior beat, Kyle Mikey, he's going to be there. But I will tell you this: I did speak to Dan Campbell last week during the media sessions, and I asked him what was he looking for ahead of these joint practices. Because I mean, the first couple of weeks, the first couple of days, I should say, they were pretty much, as well as I like to say, they were practicing in their pajamas, and then last week was really the full first week of pads. And in that practice on Friday, he said that he was looking for a scrimmage mentality. He wanted it to feel and look like a real game. And you actually saw that out of Friday's practice. The intensity was turned up just a notch. Not going to say a lot, but it was turned up a notch as compared to the other practices. You start to see guys trying to separate themselves. Especially in a couple of the skill position battles that people have been looking at, such as wide receiver, running back, and DB. So I won't be there, but I can imagine. I'm curious to see how that wide receiver three battle shapes itself out to be, because I mean, let's just be real. I believe we can say that Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams have 1 and 2 locked down, but the departure of Josh Reynolds has left that wide receiver three position pretty much open. And right now, I would say it's between. I would say Dioris Fountain probably has the lead in that battle. He's been showing out pretty well in camp. I mean, some of the catches he's made has been just astonishing. But then you got guys like Khalif Raymond and Donovan Peoples-Jones who have been stepping up as well. So if I were there, that would be a matchup I would just be looking at to see how those guys go against the Giants DBs.
He is Kory Woods of MLive, Diamond Travis, and Teron Finley on the What Up Doe Morning Show. Kory, when you look at the overall roster and team, and just from what you've seen from this team, where would you say the discipline level for this team is? Because we talked about joint practices being a time where you kind of just let everybody have at it and almost just let the hounds loose, so to speak. Because we've seen some of the more infamous moments, like Aaron Donald swinging somebody's helmet from joint practices. So what would you say is the discipline level of this Lions group, and then what could it be in practice or a joint practice with the Giants?
I would say the discipline level of this Lions group is pretty high. During the scrimmage on Friday, there weren't really many penalties. I believe in the first couple of runs, they may have had 2 flags at most that I seen. I did not. That's probably being even generous right there. I saw one pop up, and that was when they had the second team come out. But I didn't really see too many flags out there. They've been playing pretty much clean football, and that is something you got to give a credit to Dan Campbell and that whole staff. But also, too, I think it's a directive just from the top down of how that season ended last year with that NFC title loss to the 49ers. Guys have been coming into camp a lot more focused than before. And I I'm not saying that things were buttoned up. Again, I think I said this to you guys before. I'm not saying things were buttoned up before last year. Things were a little bit more loose, but that loss in that NFC title game, it's still sitting with guys. I mean, you have conversations with them, and unsolicited, they will bring up that loss is what is driving their focus throughout this camp. So I would say that their discipline level is really high. As far as going up against the Giants, that's going to be the tricky one right there, because I mean, when you're going against your teammates, that's one thing, but now you're going up against another set of guys that you're trying to measure yourself up against. I still think that it will probably be there, because this is a group that is going after something, and I don't see them going away from the values that Coach Campbell, Ben Johnson, Kelvin Shepard, Aaron Glenn are instilling in them.
Right. And Kory, we want to see if we can have you. Can you go on the other side of the break? Can we still have you and talk to you on the other side?
Yes.
Okay, so when we come back, this is the What Up Doe Morning Show. MLive's Kory Woods is going to be talking about his thoughts on the Lions going into the season. What's his expectations? And also, what's his thoughts on Sharon Moore? Sports Rap Radio, the What Up Doe Morning Show.